up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. It has been a minute since I have filmed and I really apologize. Honestly, I don't know where June really went. It was just a very hectic month, so I kind of just took a break from filming, but I promise I am back into it and I can't wait to start filming more in July and for the rest of this year. I have so many exciting plans that are coming up real soon, like my Niall Horan concert, which is actually 2 weeks from today. So I'll definitely be vlogging that weekend, and just more book videos, more wedding content is probably gonna be coming up soon as well. So yeah, it's just gonna be a very exciting rest of this year and I cannot wait to vlog and just make more memories of it. But I thought to start off vlogging again, I would go ahead and make a TBR video. I wanted to share with you guys, of course, what books I will be reading in July, since July is literally starting this coming week, which is crazy because we are on June 29th. So we literally have one more day left and then we're in July, which is just crazy. I cannot believe June just flew by. So yeah, that is just insane. But I wanted to go ahead and just share with you guys what books I am planning on reading in July, and maybe you guys will find a book out of this as well that you would want to add to your TBR list, maybe for the month of July or just later on down the road. And I cannot wait to share with you guys what I'll be reading. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Okay, so the first book I am planning on reading in July is called The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. This cover is really cute. This will be actually my first Nicholas Sparks book that I have read ever, so I'm very excited to start his book. I've heard always good things about him. I just don't know why I've never started them, but I have always loved the movies too from any of his books that have been written, but this will be my first one of his that I will be starting, so I'm very excited to start this book. And I've, like I said, heard really good things. Can't wait to share my thoughts and opinions about this. But it's about a girl named Maggie. So in 1996, everything changed for Maggie Dawes, sent away at 16 to live with an aunt she barely knew in Ocracoke, a remote village on North Carolina's Outer Banks. She could think only of the friends and family she left behind until she met Bryce Trickett, one of the few teenagers on the island, handsome, genuine, and newly admitted to West Point. Bryce showed her how much there was to love about the wind-swept beach town and introduced her to photography, a passion that would define the rest of her life, much like Bryce. By 2019, Maggie's own travel photographer. She splits her time between running a successful gallery in New York and photographing remote and iconic locations around the world. But this year she's unexpectedly grounded over Christmas, struggling to come to terms with the newly sobering medical diagnosis. Increasingly dependent on an assistant to help manage the business, she finds herself becoming close with the young man, and as they count down the days of the season together, she begins to tell him the story of another Christmas decades earlier and the love that set her on a course she never could have imagined. With over 100 million copies of his book sold. So that was it. So she never could imagine. So this book kind of takes place in the summertime, but then it also seems like it goes until Christmas a little bit. So I think that's why I was a little iffy to start this book, but now the more I've kind of read the description of it, I think it's going to be a good summer read, because summer books just hit different in the summertime, and especially just romance books in general just hit different too in the summertime. I've just been on a romance kick. So very excited to start this book, and very excited to just start my first Nicholas Sparks book and see how it goes, so I can hopefully read more down the road as well. The second book I'm very excited to read. I've been wanting to read it for a very long time. I've always heard good things about it, and she is one of my favorite authors. And I'm surprised I've not read this yet, just because it is one of her older books and so many people have already read it. I just don't know why it took me so long, but I am very excited to start reading this book this month, and it's called Beach Read by Emily Henry, of course. Very excited to read this. I think it's gonna be such a good summer read as well. And it's so cute. The cover is just so cute, and Emily Henry just has very good romance books in general and very good summer books as well. But this book is about Augustus Everett, who is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance When she pins a happily ever after, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in neighboring beach houses, broke and bogged down with writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy. In January, will pen the next great American novel. She'll take him on field trips worthy of any rom-com montage, and he'll take her to interview surviving members of a backwoods death cult. Obviously, everyone will finish a book and no one will fall in love, really. So I love that these two characters love writing, they love reading, and it's just taking place in the summertime, both living in like beach houses. So I'm so excited to read this, and I think I'm actually going to start this probably here soon after this video. So I think it's just gonna be a good book, and I already can tell I'm gonna enjoy it, so I cannot wait to give my thoughts and opinions on this book. But yeah, Beach Read by Emily Henry. Okay, those are really about to probably be the only 2 physical books I read this month. Well, no, I actually am gonna have another physical book. I just don't have it with me at the moment, but I have it kind of pulled up on my computer so I can talk to you guys about it. But it's called The Perfect Couple, which is right here, by Ellen Hildebrand. This will be my very first book as well that I have read of hers, so I'm very excited about reading one of her books. I've heard really good things about this author. I heard her writing's really good, so I'm very excited to start this book. And I know most of her books are good summer reads as well. And a little fun thing about this book is this is actually going to be our book club book that we'll be reading in July, so I'm very excited to talk about this book and get to reading it, and just glad that this is going to be our book club book. But this book is about it's a Nantucket wedding season, also known as summer. The sight of a bride racing down Main Street is as common as the sun setting at Medeket Beach. The Otis Winbury wedding promises to be an event to remember. The groom's wealthy parents have spared no expense to host a lavish ceremony at their oceanfront estate, but it's going to be memorable for all the wrong reasons. After tragedy strikes, a body is discovered in Nantucket Harbor just hours before the ceremony, and everyone in the wedding party is suddenly a suspect. As chief of police, Ed interviews the bride and groom, the groom's famous mystery novelist mother, and even a member of his own family. He discovers that every wedding is a minefield and no couple is perfect. So, and it has just characters too, I guess, from other books, but I'm very excited to read it. And the cover is cute. It's definitely giving off good summer vibes, and it's kind of a nice break from summer romance. So this will be a good summery kind of mystery thriller book that I will be reading. So I'm very excited to read The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand, and excited just in general to start reading her books as well. The next book I am planning on reading is called The Summer of Broken Rules, which is right up here, by K.L. Walther. I've heard really good things about this book. The cover is just so cute as well. But it's about Meredith Fox, who has been going to Martha's Vineyard for the summer as long as she can remember, but the summer is the first one back since the death of Meredith's sister. It will always be overwhelming, but even more since the entire extended family will be together for her cousin's big wedding. Unfortunately, Meredith's longtime boyfriend unexpectedly dumped her 2 weeks before the wedding, leaving her dateless. Luckily, she has the perfect distraction. Her family has a tradition of playing the ultimate game of assassin every summer, and this year will take place during the week of wedding festivities. But her target just happens to be very cute groomsmen. She's determined to not let herself get distracted, not let herself be lost in another doomed relationship. As the week progresses, she can't help falling for him, which may cost her not only the game but also her heart. So this is gonna be another good summer read. I can tell. I've heard really good things about this book as well, and it's been out for a good while too, so I need to just kind of get on the train of this book as well. So I'm very excited about that. And I feel like I've been reading a lot of wedding type books this summer, which is totally okay. I guess that is just sometimes the summer reads that just kind of goes with it, because I just read Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn, and that one was really good. It was such a good summer feel vibe book too, and it was also taking place during a wedding. So but that book was really good. I do highly recommend that one as well. So that's going to be the 4th book, which is The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter. And then my last book I think I'm going to be reading, which it's been out for a while too. The 2nd book even just came out for this one. So I've been slacking on this author as well, and it's a very popular one too. But it's called Love Redesign, which is by Lauren Asher. I've heard really good things about this book. Who does not love a billionaire series? So that is just very fun, enjoyable reads as well. But it's about Delilah, who would fan the flames with a smile. So when she returns to Lake Wisteria, she fully intends to avoid the interior designer, at least until my meddling mother exploits my savior complex. The faster I help Delilah find her creative spark, the sooner she will leave town. But while I was busy getting rid of Delilah, I overlooked one potential issue: what happens if I want her to stay, which is Julian, the main character, that has this conflict. And then Delilah, people say the devil has many faces, but I only know one. Julian Lopez, my childhood rival and family frenemy. I vowed to steer clear of him while recovering from my broken engagement, but then the billionaire makes an irresistible offer. Here we go with another wedding and engagement process that has been broken off as well. So he renovates a historic house together and triple our profits. Our temporary truce becomes compromised as we face years worth of denied attraction and mixed emotions. Giving into our desire is inevitable, but falling in love, that isn't part of the plan. So I'm very excited to read this book. I've heard good things about it, and like I said, I love billionaire type romance trope books. It's yeah, very excited, and it's steamy, and it's also small town. It's just that good summer type feel, small town billionaire trope book that everybody just enjoys. So I'm very excited to read that, and that's going to be my 5th book that I will be reading in July. And I think that's really going to be about all the books I'm going to be reading in July, which is going to be 3 physical copy books, which I just don't have the other one at the moment because, like I said, my aunt's going to be bringing that one down, and then planning on reading 2 books on my Kindle, so I can still use my Kindle as well. But I'm very excited to read these books, and obviously I'm planning on making a video at the end of July to give my thoughts, ratings, and opinions on these books. So hopefully these books would interest you guys as well. But who knows, maybe you guys already add this to your TBR list for this coming month, or just for down the road, just in general on your TBR physical list. So I really hope these books really interest you guys as they did me, and I can't wait to start reading them, especially Beach Read. I'm so excited to read that one and just kind of get back on my book grinding game and just keep reading. So those are definitely going to be the books that I'm reading in July, and I think they're going to be good summer, good feel books as well. So I'm very excited to just start getting back in the book game. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. And one more thing. I wanted to go ahead and share the shirt that I got. It's the Bat Boys, which is from Akatar. And fun thing is, I actually got this from SHEIN. I know. SHEIN has some really good book merch at the moment. They have like Fourth Wing on there, Akatar stuff, and just any cute, fun little book stuff in general. So highly recommend getting this. I love it. It's a good oversized tee that everybody just loves. So highly recommend that. I just wanted to share that with you guys. But anyways, where was I? Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. And as Harry Styles says, treat people with kindness, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.